Roger.
All right. Well, today is a very special episode. We are packed to the brim today, and we have our first special guest, Jamie. Thank you for joining us. This is so nice of you. For everybody out there, you want to just give us a little intro on who you are, what you do.
I don't really do anything. I'm just kidding.
I'm in this life, in her second life.
This is my third.
Oh.
I'm a painter.
Maintenance.
That's what I do. I'm a painter.
You are a painter, and from what I've seen and know, you do like special paintings, and you do like clothing too, custom clothing design for people.
Yeah, clothing's my number one seller. Painted shoes, painted jackets.
You're saying you're good.
Do you paint your dreams?
All right.
Somebody paid money for her stuff.
She's good.
You got some special painted shoes on you today that I see.
I do. These are collaboration with Barely Broke for the Born of an Immigrant concept.
All right, that's right. And then your boutique that you have, you guys are both together on that, right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
we do vintage resale. And then, I sell like beauty products on the low. A bunch of like different things, but my main thing is being a painter.
It's like art.
And then vintage resale.
Yeah, dang.
That's cool.
Now, you were telling us in a past life before the show that you hired Cardi B as a stripper.
So
wait,
which is perfect because she is actually a stripper.
Yeah,
she is.
So if you're hiring her for that sort of thing, she'll be good at it.
She was a really good stripper too.
She was a really good stripper. Actually, really phenomenal stripper.
Wait, I'm confused. So this was in your past life?
This is like prior to being a painter.
Oh, that's what
she was saying. She was she had a corporate life.
I thought you were talking like a ghost life or something.
But she was a cockroach.
Like the whole time I thought it was like movie, like ghost time past.
Like Men in Black?
Cool. Yeah.
Men in Black. What?
No, yeah. Before I was a special projects manager in the entertainment industry, and someone had a birthday, so we had to organize it. And part of the birthday required strippers, and so at the time, Cardi worked under like a lead stripper. I mean, she wasn't a pimp; she was just like a coordinator of strippers.
Coordinator.
Whatever gets you
there
not in jail.
No sex.
Name me
There
that.
was no sex, so she wasn't a madam. There was no sex. There was just like nudity and
that we know of.
Shaken.
That's different.
And Cardi was one of the girls, and she was much younger. I want to say she was like 19 or 20 at the time.
Did she have those fake titties on her? Or
she did.
Yeah? What about that butt?
She did, from what I remember. I didn't really watch too much of her show. There were some things that went down that I was a little like
a donkey show?
This is not for me.
Like a what, Jay?
No, that's not like
we'll have to talk about it.
It's not likely.
But yeah.
Cool.
We all know Cardi B wouldn't do that.
Are you sure?
There you go.
Damn, that's really crazy though. Like
crazy.
Like I mean, imagine like just one day you just like, oh yeah, whatever, this is a stripper, cool, and then like, I don't know, a year or two later, she's like the biggest rap star in the world, and you're like, I seen her titties.
She is. She has like crazy records too. Like
Yeah.
it just came out. She has like 13 songs in the Hot 100, and no one's
13?
ever done that.
Shit.
Yeah.
100? That's a lot.
Damn.
That is a lot.
I can't think of 13 good Cardi B songs. Sorry. I like one.
Which one?
The one.
How's it go?
Yeah, how's it go? Sing it.
Something along the lines of "Don't fuck with my bloody shoes."
Steph, you know
Don't
it. How's it go,
Don't
Steph?
talk to me. I got bloody shoes.
I fucking hate
Don't
that song.
talk to me.
Sorry.
I got bloody shoes.
Oh yeah, and then she
You'll
also
hate
makes Money Move.
She makes.
She makes money moves.
Yeah, that's
too,
how that song goes.
And that's
yeah.
the song I know by heart.
Cardi B was at Coachella.
Was she?
Oh yeah.
She was the
Pregnant?
yodel
Before
boy.
pregnant.
Okay, it's not a talent show.
Wait, he was at Weekend One. Dude.
Sorry, Cardi B. I'm fucking with you.
Come through.
About the thing about Coachella, we were talking about it before we started. Before she got huge, like where she is now, when she signed to it, because they sign artists like a year, 2 years in advance or whatever. I guess she got signed for like 70 grand or something, and then she blew up, and she doesn't do shows like at that price anymore.
Oh, so she's locked in?
She was locked in. And then like she was talking about, I don't know if it was like on the Jimmy Kimmel show or on the radio or something, but like after her expenses, which I don't know what the fuck that could be, but she was only making 40 grand.
Bummer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Rough day.
Rough
Only
day in the
40?
office, you know.
Dang.
Rough
no.
45 minutes at Coachella.
Dude.
Yeah.
Tough
Not even
times.
actually hot yet.
Yeah. So I was just like, damn, dude.
You're ungrateful, Cardi B.
Yeah. You're just on her today. Fuck.
Not like I'd like to be.
Are you guys faded yet?
I could
What?
say.
Are you guys faded yet? You guys faded?
Faded?
Are we?
Fade. I'm not
Are you guys
faded. Yet.
faded? No.
Jay's
Cody
stays-
looks faded.
Jay stays faded. My eyes are susceptible to being
Would you like to take a rip?
Oh no, I'm good. Thank
No.
you.
You already
I'm
faded.
High
good
too,
right
though.
now.
Stop.
I wait till I'm home to get high. I like
Yeah.
to
You
be.
were-
I like
you
to
came
be.
from
I like
the
to be in bed and get high. It's safer.
She's
I like
she's
to be in bed and put on a movie and then get high.
Yeah.
And then I have like
Marijuana's
ice cream
good
in
for
my
so many
fridge.
more
You know.
things. Isn't it?
Ooh, what kind of ice cream? Rocky
I
Road.
picked up a pint of a pineapple coconut last night.
Nice.
It's
No,
good.
down.
No, don't knock it
Hey,
until you
no.
try
Yeah.
it.
You probably like pineapple on pizza
Yeah,
too,
you
huh?
like pineapple on
I
pizza?
do.
Of course
I do.
she
Hey,
does.
I like
Steph,
pineapple.
Pineapple
I got
on
you.
and
pizza
that's
is
it.
really good.
All right, we gotta go.
I like
Pineapple on
pineapple
pizza.
Ciroc.
Hey, you know what?
Y'all
Hold on.
haters.
Is there a divide here? Is there a divide?
I
I want to
think
switch
There's
so.
a division in this
Hey,
divide.
you know what? 50-50.
We're not friends anymore. You like stop being my friend.
It's
Block.
pepperoni,
You guys don't talk to me.
jalapeno, and pineapple.
God damn.
You know what? I don't do
Honestly,
pepperoni
Pepperoni,
anymore.
jalapeno,
Probably
pineapple.
still
Yes.
eat that.
Pepperoni's not good for you though.
Yeah,
Pepperoni puts
Just
holes in your
pepperoni
brain.
jalapenos were
eating?
That's
what
salami.
money's at.
It's a difference.
It's different.
There's no reason we can't like Postmates or just. I mean, you don't have to do Postmates for pizza because they got their own delivering thing.
Hey, but you know what?
But you could still do.
Wait, hold
Postmates
on.
and get
You have to
pizza.
So
be
wait,
so
hold on.
high.
You can
to
call
order.
you can
I
call
know.
the
I
pizza
might-
place and they'll bring you pizza.
You can call them, and they
I
will
think that's
call
how it
Postmates
started.
And be like, "Don't trip, we got it."
We got it.
And then what does Postmates do if you put the order through them?
They do their thing.
Laugh.
Postmates thing.
They laugh at you.
They go
Hey,
get it.
okay, hold on. A couple things.
Huh,
Postmates,
huh.
like, what stops them from like fucking with your food?
Nothing. Wait,
No-
reviews.
The
I
honesty
don't know.
card.
What if
You know-
they're honestly hungry, and they're just kind of like? have
Is
you
that
seen-
what you mean by fucking with your food?
Yeah, well, that
Oh.
or like, what if they're just like they spit in that shit? You know,
Okay,
you don't
see,
know.
that's where I was headed.
You can
But
think
that's
that. You
anywhere.
can think of that
Yeah,
before
literally.
the Postmates guy.
Yeah, but like,
The same-
guy
okay,
cooking your food could be like, you know what?
The same
I have a
likelihood as
minimum
the
wage
chef.
job, and
Yep.
I'm gonna die soon.
Yep.
those are
Fuck
clean.
this
The cups
burger.
right there in front of all that stuff is clean.
Steph,
stuff.
also that cherry pie one's really good.
the
with
cherry
fat
pie is
bottom.
really good.
Also,
yeah.
that Casa de Oro
I actually
is
I got that
tequila.
cab for you because when we went out and had wine, I know you do cab. So,
Hey.
That's
interesting
so
thing.
thoughtful.
I think I asked her. I asked
He does
everybody.
think a lot.
Remember when
about
I
a lot of
texted
stuff.
Such
you?
a thoughtful guy.
I texted you and I asked you, what would you like?
It's too far.
And then you said anything but tequila.
Yeah, because I just got back from Mexico and I knew that I would have a weekend full of tequila.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
So
I break
Wait.
the rules when I go to Mexico.
I did too.
What? Like you
it's
bring immigrants back or what? what
Dude,
kind of
last time
rules?
when I was in Mexico last time,
Almost.
I was hanging from a hula hoop in a strip club upside down with my shirt off, Snapchatting.
Hold on. First
Yep.
of all, hula hoops
I
hang
was
from
Snapchatting
you.
upside down with no shirt.
100%.
Jay,
Strip
Jay,
club,
I need to get
Rosarito.
I
some
saw it on
Hold
Snapchat.
on,
I saw it
hold
on
on.
Snapchat, and
Hold
I was
on.
like, I looked at Jay's face, and I looked at what he was doing, and I said, Jay's been doing cocaine.
Hold on.
I just asked.
First
for
of
it.
all, hula hoops hang from you. So how are you?
No.
This
no,
one was
no.
on a chain on the ceiling.
No,
That
you were
what
on a
he's
swing.
saying.
You're probably on a swing.
It was
It
an
was
orange
hula hoop shaped.
hoop
Oh, but it was attached to something.
to the chain to the ceiling.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
no,
like
it
those
wasn't
strippers that
levitating,
do that.
Ario.
Yeah,
Because
the
I was in a
Oh,
strip
oh,
club,
oh,
so
oh.
yeah.
Hey man, I got kids. All right, I don't even know what a club looks like. Okay, so
Well,
leave me alone.
okay, so yeah, I was upside down swinging from that thing, and I was like, "Oh, get your phone."
Bad idea.
Snap.
Bad idea.
I made it clear to everyone what I was doing. I just wanted to really capture the moment, and I did. And everyone I work with saw it. And in fact, everyone on the Snap saw it.
Yeah, we
And they
did,
were like, "Wow, Jay!" And then I stayed up all night talking to my Snapchat.
dude. And then I was like, I mean, I don't know if the females that went with you are watching, but when you were
Hopefully not.
posting pictures of them and
Yeah.
you were in
Probably
bed with
not.
them, probably not. Yeah.
I wasn't.
Be realistic.
I wasn't.
But hold on, and I seen that, and I was like, dang, he's getting 2 girls.
No, I
And
wasn't.
then I know. And then I texted him, and he was like, it didn't work. Like his
It
wiener.
didn't work out. I said.
No,
I said
no,
it didn't
no.
work out.
Your wiener didn't work.
Too much tequila.
I was like, oh, Jay's gay.
No, nothing.
Because it couldn't.
Never mind, nothing.
Yeah.
How do you flirt when you first meet someone? Like with text
Hey,
message. Like,
girl.
I send them gifts. They never reply back.
I'd be me.
That means they have no sense of humor.
Right.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Yo.
Okay, Brian, go
Yeah,
ahead.
I'd be
Let
mean-
tell her,
I'd be
tell her.
mean
a
Yeah,
little bit.
She finally gets it.
Okay, so I sent this gif of. Have you seen Dumb and Dumber?
Yeah, of
when
course.
when
Next
Lloyd
question.
is like on the
In
on
his
the-
orange
in
suit.
a suit and he's like sticking his ass out.
Oh god.
Yeah,
So I
he's
sent him
so
like
funny.
I sent him that gif with a hey. I didn't get nothing. No reply. back.
Nothing.
No.
Actually,
That
I
was a
might
quick
not
way to
reply
find out
to
she's
that
whack.
either.
You can't start off with that. That's
What was
I
she
thought it
like?
was funny.
Okay, that's funny. Ew. That's funny.
Wow.
Just diss you? That would fuck. That's bullshit.
That's happened
bro.
to him before. That's why
It
he knows.
happened to me all the time.
Jay tries to be funny a lot.
I mean, you have to slip him in there, like
Well,
subtly.
I felt like that was
Stephanie.
very well slipped.
Yesterday,
yeah.
were you on a date yesterday?
Take a bigger sip. Go ahead.
No.
Did he try to flirt with you?
No, it's a little complicated.
There's a
I can't really say anything because he watches, so I don't want
He
to.
likes
Make
to
I
watch.
don't want to make anybody feel bad.
So you're saying?
I'm not gonna. He's a good friend of mine. He's a good friend
Okay.
of mine.
Friend zone.
I can.
Ah, damn.
No, I'm like
damn.
yeah.
Oh man, yep. That's where I'm.
No.
Well, sorry. Next
That's
question.
I think what just sucks.
I
I was
know
actually
now.
thinking about this today at home, and I was like, it's actually one of my really good friends who I've been friends with for 10 years. I had to stop talking to him a few weeks ago because he pretty much tripped on me, like if I was his girlfriend.
Ooh.
And we've had to deal with this for a period of time, over the years, where I don't want to chill with him because he makes me feel awkward. He makes me feel uncomfortable because he tries to get at me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it sucks as a female nowadays. You can't have just like a good friend who's a guy without them wanting something from you or wanting more.
Yeah.
And it definitely puts you like in an awkward position, and it fucking sucks.
Damn.
Why you want to be their friend?
Yeah, of course.
wanna-
Like,
I mean,
a
like
chick
us,
can't
like-
have a friend
like
who's a
she's
guy
like
without.
friends with us. Like imagine like if we all try to get her, she wouldn't be here on time. What?
I feel like it is
Exactly.
rare to have just a guy friend. Like that does suck.
Explain that to your significant other. Oh, he's my friend. We're just hanging out.
I do have friends like that
I do too,
actually.
but it's tough explaining that too.
No,
But I think it's easier,
wasn't.
right, for you, like when they're friends with, or the dude knows the people you're going out with.
Well, there's that, but then there's just also the fact that like I'm not 16 years old and
Yeah.
you haven't been in my life since I was a child, so you don't know everybody.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'm gonna like
Yeah,
it's-
because this one whore I dated, she had a
Great.
she had a best friend guy.
Oh,
and ended up dating this best friend guy after.
Yeah. What do you
like,
know?
Damn.
What do you know?
Yeah.
What a whore I dated.
It's like the movie.
but
Anger
your
Management.
circle gets smaller as you get
Oh
older.
no,
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, but there's a matter
True
of like
lore.
how much time are you spending with any certain person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like when you're in a relationship, you should want to spend, I don't want to say all your time,
No,
but
but
a
like
majority of your time.
A good
Yeah,
chunk
like
of your time.
60%.
Yeah, no, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Very
Yeah.
good.
63.
I mean,
That's
I
the
wouldn't take,
Yeah.
I'm not there with the math, but I mean, I have guy friends who are literally like, they're just my guy friends. I go to dinner with them, go to lunch with them without my boyfriend there. I don't even tell him ahead of time sometimes. He'll be like, what did you do? Oh, I went to dinner with so-and-so. And it's just a matter of trust. And I'm not saying that in the back of his mind, he's probably not like, oh, this fucker wants to, whatever. But he trusts me, and that's what matters.
And also,
Saw that.
insecurity could play a huge part.
Yeah, for sure.
Smirks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Insecurity plays
like-
a huge part. Y'all guys insecure more than girls sometimes.
Oh, okay,
Yes,
so
we
we
are.
that was just like the daggers, just like that.
I've never dated
I know it's hot
anyone
here, but it got hotter.
I've never been.
No,
with
but,
here, so it's like
yeah.
being with somebody.
I'm sorry. What was that? One more time, Jay? I don't think I heard that. What happened?
Just saying.
You said you've never
I
been
think it'd be
insecure?
hard for you, though, just based on your personality. You're like,
Colorful.
that, and I don't
Even though
think
he's
that
just
you
white?
realize that you're flirtatious. You don't try to be, but you are. Like in the 5 minutes that I've known you,
If Jay doesn't know he's being flirtatious,
I'm not.
you're just funny. And I think that sometimes,
I-
that might make a woman
Oh,
feel
you're
like
funny. I love
he's
your
like that with
personality.
everybody.
No, I am like that with everybody, but damn, I thought that was like I don't know what other way to go about it now. I'm just gonna be
No,
keep being
well,
nice.
you cannot.
No,
You
just-
can't stop being yourself.
But like
with
I
that.
can see that, like if I'm at, like because at work, for example, like if I'm talking to a female server and I'm laughing or like smiling while we're talking, that's how I talk. That's how I talk with people. I want talking with me to be that, and I get how it looks as an outsider looking in, and that's why I don't get bitches.
I do feel
'Cause
bad
Serena
for
doesn't
guys
get hard.
sometimes though, because a guy can't even be nice to a girl without her thinking.
true.
see, and
thinking
that's
something,
like
and
that's like the other side of what you guys said earlier about it's rare to have like a dude that's
Mhm.
just a friend, right? It's the opposite way because like if a dude's just nice and is just altruistic and is okay, like and just acts cool, then there becomes like a certain like why are you being like this kind of
What do you want?
Yeah, because eventually you find out the hard way that like they wanted something, or they'll get a girlfriend and then all of a sudden they're not your friend anymore, and you're like, bro, we never fucked, we never kissed, I never even looked at you longer than 5 seconds, but we're not friends anymore because you have a girlfriend.
Right,
yeah.
Like
You told me about that. You had like a close friend that happened to, right? Like every time you had a girl, you guys weren't friends.
Yeah, fucker was my best friend.
Damn.
And like he was always there for me, I was always there for him. Our families knew each other, like we were really, really close. And then every time he got a girlfriend, it's like
He did?
yeah, every time he got a girlfriend, we stopped being friends. And I'm like,
She
eventually.
jealous.
No, I think for me, the way that I perceive it is that he never had the intention of being just my friend.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I mean,
if you can only be
I'll
with you
throw out
once.
there, okay, before I had children, I used to play that card because like growing up, like I was always like small and little and like cute. I mean, like Steph and
This is
Cody. Well,
true.
Cody, yeah. So Steph can
It's very
vouch. Like
true.
I was just like this cute little kid where I was always put in the friend zone. So like when I got, trust me, that was a lonely island.
He had a backpack of friend zones. Like you
Yeah.
should see how big his backpack is.
Hey man,
when we were in middle school together.
hey, you know,
Sorry.
we're gonna go there. You talk about insecurities.
You got a double bag of friend zones.
Fuck you, Cody.
Say this in
Anyways,
love.
I'm not saying that. I'm quoting someone.
It's like it's from a second ago. Anyways,
It's not a quote yet.
I'm just a reporter. I'm
That's
just a
like
reporter,
24
okay?
hours.
I'm just a reporter.
It's not a quote yet.
anyways, fuck.
I just fixed
Like when I would get like older, right, and like girls were like, oh, you're so much cuter now because like you're like a man. But like it was cool because like I planted that seed of like friendship and like we were like friends for so long. Like now I can cash in on this. But it's a long road. Like you got to play the long game for that shit.
You gotta
But-
take the streets first
Wait.
before you get the freeway.
It's
You
exactly
gotta get
what it was.
directions first before you go on the journey.
Sometimes you
And
gotta
then as soon
dodge
as I
that
hit that
traffic.
freeway,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get off the first exit.
Cool thing about getting older for me is now I can get at the hot 21-year-olds that I couldn't get at when I was 21.
Yes.
oh my god.
Okay, that's a
I'm
different.
21. Me too. Fuck yeah. It's fun.
I lost like
It's fun.
That's not what I
Like,
thought.
let's go
that
to
was
Punch
going.
Bowl.
21.
Yeah, let's go to Punch Bowl.
Let's go to Punch Bowl.
Let's go to Punch Bowl. Huh?
Oh my god. Fucking Jay.
That's
I
where you
love
belong.
Punch Bowl.
That's where you belong, Jay.
Oh man.
That is where you
what was
belong.
Jay,
that
I-
stupid club everyone went to in fucking
Matinee?
Oh my god.
Oh,
Matinee.
God.
Never went.
Never
Wait,
went.
what's that?
Never went
Okay, it was
either.
in Pomona. It was the Fox Theater. It was an
Stupid
18
asses.
and
Under-
over
and
club.
Under.
18 under. You're
Yeah.
right.
Yeah,
Duh,
it's
because we're in high
not
school.
there.
Because there's not
18
enough dances in high school.
Yeah.
Right?
There's
There
not. You
actually
gotta go to
wasn't.
the
There was like
club.
4.
You wanted to get out and dance more?
Ario? Yes.
I actually never went. I was a dancer. She remembers in middle
Yeah,
school.
you
So
were.
when you guys were in
Yeah.
school, Cody, Ari would be like, "Hey, what are you doing? Nothing. Oh, okay. Well, hey, you trying to dance tonight?"
Trying to
I
go
am.
shuffle.
I mean, if we're being realistic, it only happened like 5 or 6 times, but
You trying to dance? Cody's
Yeah.
like, "No."
You know what? And actually,
can't-
in all
nah,
reality,
nah.
it did happen that way because we would go to shows and we danced in a different way.
yeah, we try to hurt people.
Can we dance?
No, like yeah, I mean Brian too. We danced in a.
I
different-
imagine this Kevin Bacon style dancing you did in like a fucking warehouse.
If you
on-
sped up Kevin Bacon's routine in the warehouse,
Mhm,
that's
and added-
exactly.
and
Wait,
added
what kind
like
of shows did
75
you guys
people.
go to?
hardcore,
It was
fucking Boston hardcore.
it was
Yeah.
hardcore,
Cool.
Yeah, we fucking threw down
real
like there was
ballsy
no tomorrow.
music.
real
Yeah.
ballsy,
Pretty much.
Like, you
So
don't-
mosh pits?
real
Yes,
aggressive,
mosh pits.
real
Yeah.
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 Jay, go ahead and give an intro to all the bands that showed up.
Jay doesn't know the
I
band.
don't know. I was.
I just wanted you to use that voice. There were so many fans of that voice, by the way.
impending doom.
Dude, Bert cut his hair.
Brooke.
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 Bert
Brooke.
You gotta do
Fuck.
something. I just remember being
A
at.
guy named Brooke.
I just remember
a
being
guy
at.
named Brooke.
Huh?
Yeah, that's why he's in Impending Doom, because you can't fuck with him.
I don't.
You wouldn't,
I wouldn't.
Can't.
even if you saw him.
I might.
You might think about it.
We're gonna take
I just remember being at Glass House at an Impending Doom show.
Puss.
Yeah, it does.
He's like a nice man.
He looks like he wishes he was Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais. Yeah,
Oh,
dude, that guy
yeah,
is something else,
Ricky
man.
Gervais, that guy.
You know who he is?
No.
No,
he
he
was
doesn't.
he was the original creator of The Office in the UK.
In the UK.
Didn't I say that earlier?
Yeah, I thought you said that.
What? You just brought that up at a random?
I just remember seeing a kid get knocked out at the Glass House because the lights were like on and off, all stroby and shit. And then you're like, oh, what happened? Everybody's like, oh. And then there's
You want to see my
so you
juice?
see this kid, like scrawny ass
this?
kid with long hair, just get lumped like over this dude's back, and he's just like limp. and you're just carrying him out of the show, and you're just like, oh.
I saw Henry get knocked out of the show.
He was out for like a couple
poor
seconds.
Henry.
Yeah, a couple
Why?
seconds. All right,
We're gonna
hold
take a
on.
quick break, and then when we come back, we'll talk about some more stuff. All right. You know what? She is extra, but she's very helpful. When
It's
I
lots
take a
of-
nap at work, I
It's
say, "Hey
pressure on
Siri,
me
wake
right
me up
now.
in 40
No, I
minutes,"
need
and then
this-
she gets me
there's
up.
pressure on me right
She's
now.
a very good servant.
Pressure me, pressure me, pressure me.
Ew.
You know what?
Anyways, sorry. You know what? The next thing we're gonna buy, and by I mean we, probably I, is a fan for here
Yeah, let's
or a
be
swamp
realistic.
cooler.
Let's be realistic.
But
here.
Swamp donkeys.
Maybe a fan. I feel like a swamp cooler would be too loud.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. We're gonna get a nice fan in here.
She's an engineer. She knows stuff.
Yeah.
She engineers things.
Anyways,
Are you really an
what do you?
engineer?
No.
No.
She a
I'm
bartender.
I'm very crafty though.
Ooh.
With what?
In what kind of way?
You lied?
Like in the Beastie Boys kind of way, or like what are you talking about?
Like an actual craft.
arts and
like
crafts?
I can
Oh.
MacGyver the shit out of something.
Oh,
But
you
not
finna
like
make it. You
Black
finna make a
Craft, right?
gingerbread house.
What?
Is that what we're
Blackcraft.
talking
You never seen that movie,
I don't know.
Blackcraft?
Black
None of
crap?
you guys. Oh, no, I think it's
Well,
just
the
called Craft. It's just called Craft, right?
Oh, the craft.
The Craft with all the girls.
Not in my Christian household.
You guys.
There'll be no
You
craft
girls have
in
never
this
seen the movie
house.
The Craft?
Of course.
No, I don't
Crap,
watch.
You have, right?
Yeah,
I
of
do
course.
not watch like
Classic
shit
90s
like that.
movie.
That no.
Mm-mm.
Harry Potter either.
No,
I just throwing it out there.
no. The
They're,
like
they're remaking it by the way.
the
Oh, I
creepiest
know.
I get
Oh,
is
I
like
know.
Tim Burton stuff.
Tim Burton's good.
I love Tim Burton stuff.
Yeah, Tim
Okay.
Burton's
Yeah,
pretty
but it's
badass.
not like
Tim
demonic.
Burton's Batman or just Tim Burton's animation movies as far as Beetlejuice.
Tim Burton, all of the above.
So you're cool with Batman.
Tim Batman.
Yeah. Honestly,
Which
that's the
was
best Batman.
which
for
Tim
me.
Burton Batman was? Which one was
The
that?
first two.
Michael
Batman,
Keaton.
Michael Keaton.
Oh my God, that's the best one.
Yes.
Yeah, he's
Yes,
my favorite Batman.
one.
Yes. Best
I
Batman.
like
I
George Clooney
love
too, though.
Michael
Hold on.
Keaton.
Wait a second.
I
We'll
like
be-
George
we'll be right
Clooney
back.
just because he's George Clooney, but
Nipples. Bat nipples. That pissed me off. Hold on.
actually, he said that. Have you seen David Letterman's show?
My next guest.
My next guest needs no introduction.
Yeah.
George Clooney mentions that he's like, well, you know, why the fuck did we put nipples on Batman?
No way.
Yeah.
You know, those actually were not supposed to be his real nipples. Those were supposed to be markers for I don't know what, and they never cut them out. Like, and they just left them on. Like, you know how like CGI has like markers all over their suits and stuff. They were supposed to be markers for something, and they left them on.
The
Yeah.
I mean,
whole
men
time.
have
But they
nipples.
like intentionally left them on because
Right.
Robin had them, and I don't
Oh.
think Batgirl had them. But Robin,
No.
Batgirl did not have nipples.
Was it one of those things where they like
That
got
changes
too
the way I
far?
think about her.
no nipples on the suit, man. They were rubber suits, and they had nipples. We'll put
You don't think
photos
they
on
were?
above.
You don't think they were hers
Weren't-
just protruding through the leather suit?
Oh hell no! You know how heavy that rubber is?
Why do you know?
No, you don't. Well, I don't know. I don't wear
He
rubber.
studies.
I have 3 kids. But anyways.
He
Why?
studies the rubber.
He's a rubber. He does rubber studies.
You know,
I don't ask
until, like,
questions.
Aesthetics.
I didn't know until high school rubber came from fucking trees. Dude.
Yo, in
Yeah.
Brazil.
I
And
just
In
learned.
Brazil?
Yeah, that's
You
where
just
they get the
learned?
rubber
Right
tree.
now.
Perfect for fighting
Right now,
crime.
you never knew that rubber came from trees.
That's where they get
Yeah.
the rubber trees at
I
in
didn't
Brazil.
know.
They got the
Yeah,
rubber trees.
you can
there.
like push them and they like bend and like cartoons. If you hang on to them, like it'll like fling you.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm just kidding.
This guy makes vegan. Oh wait.
Stop. Oh, that
Hold
makes
on.
sense.
I know she was going deep. I was like, I
So
don't want
much
to make it look dumb.
sarcasm.
No,
I'm
there's
sorry.
a guy that makes these vegan shoes at the flea market that I sell at. That's another thing I
Whoa.
do.
Flea market or the swap meet?
Vegan shoes.
Let's
As
Yeah.
opposed to shoes made with meat or cauliflower, like made with like food.
Cauliflower would be
You
vegan.
could eat
I
'em
know.
after.
I'm thinking like, are these cauliflower shoes?
Hold on. Before we keep
No,
going,
meaning
let
that
finish
they're
because I
not
do have
made
something
out
to
of
say.
like animal parts, like no
Ooh.
leather.
Oh,
or,
okay,
like,
no
okay,
tusks.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sheep wool.
Tusks.
But
No
he
tusks.
said that even the rubber was vegan. So I don't know what rubber's really
He's just
made
trying
out
to sell them. Like when they say there's like this is like gluten-free wine, you can't put gluten in wine.
Yeah, but it's
Gluten only comes
gluten-free,
from bread
non-negotiable.
products.
But I think a lot of people
Is that
don't
true?
know that.
Yeah, well, yeah, gluten's only in bread
I
products.
don't even know what gluten is.
Gluten's
No
like a
one does.
grain.
No one does. It's just a selling product,
Oh.
like a
like a
selling
grain thing.
point. It's a way to
Gluten
like,
is
get-
something.
Oh,
he's
so-
being very he's glossing
used,
over
it's
it.
used in
Glossing.
bread, like to like make like the bread rise or whatever. It's something in bread,
That's
but like
yeast.
people, yeah, it's
Yeast
yeast,
makes
but it's
the
also
bread
another
rise, yeah.
product in bread.
Who the
I
fuck?
yeah, I'm getting upset. Hold on, let's take a quick break. Let's figure out this camera issue.
He's
We'll be
getting
right back.
upset.
Swap meets. I've been wanting to talk about it for such a long time now.
Are you sure?
I really am sure. Okay,
Why?
because did you realize that that's like another form of like the mafia? So
Mm.
hold on. So let me just break it down. Hold on. Let me break it
That'll
down.
not
Let me,
take very long.
let me break it down a little
So
further.
far, I call
If you guys have
bullshit.
ever watched anything like mafia based, right? How they used to rob trucks. They would steal trucks and then they would steal the stuff on like
so far, you're
cigarettes,
talking about
booze,
Fast and
alcohol.
Furious.
No, no. Like, have you ever seen Goodfellas? You know, they were robbing trucks on Goodfellas.
Yeah, yeah.
They would get that merchandise. They would sell
Yep.
the merchandise.
They do that
right?
in Compton too.
And Fast and the Furious.
got a buddy.
She's
Okay,
right.
So
She is
She's
wrong.
right.
So
she
she
knows
watched
her
all
Fast and
9 of
Furious.
them, or how many ever there are.
You would know.
So anyways, so when you go and you know how like they always have like a shit ton of cleaning products, right? There's like
Yes.
there's just like a ton of them, right?
Oh,
They're
the swap
selling-
meet. Okay,
They're
okay,
selling
okay, okay.
Tide
They're not.
Pods
They're not.
for like $5.
They're not.
Everything is like
I already
way below like the prices they're supposed to be at, because like I buy
'Cause why?
cleaning products and I know like the whole thing of Tide Pods, that big old thing, is like $36.
Mhm.
You go to swap meet, it's like $10. You're
Why?
like, because they're stealing all this
Wrong.
shit. They're
Wrong.
stealing them, because here's the thing too. They don't have
You're accusing swap meters of theft?
all those illegal. No, they're probably not illegal.
Then who
But
are
they're
they to
Hispanics.
Swap-
chase me down when I
Hold on.
steal their
Okay,
shit?
two things. Okay, two things. Two things.
That's hypocritical.
Two things. Number one, it's swap meet trends.
That's what I said.
Number two, Ario, keep going because I'm ready to debunk your whole myth.
I'm
my
not saying
friend.
debunk.
Oh, we
I'm
got
just,
a debunker.
it's
That's what I do.
it's not like, okay, so like I went, and there's just like a lot of stuff that there's like duplicates of, or you're like, how did you like go to Sears and get all these like Sears wrenches?
Let me
right?
explain
And
how.
they're just like a shit ton of stuff. Like it's just like really random
I
stuff
know
that
the
they have.
answer.
Now, hold on. So I went to Ralph's. And the same Tide Pod thing that I saw for $32 that was at the swap meet for 10, it says if you see these anywhere else for individual resale, and it gave like the store that it was given to a little sticker. Without this sticker, please call whatever, right?
So you called.
I didn't call, but I was like, holy shit. They're probably putting these safety stickers on them so that like, the people that are stealing these
Right.
trucks or that work
They're
at
doing
these
it for the
warehouses.
swap meters.
Well, maybe they're stealing stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, that's not actually what happens.
No.
This is what happens.
Please inform me.
Number one, items get damaged in shipping. They can't put it on the store shelf.
900 boxes of
Listen,
Tide
listen,
Pods?
listen.
Absolutely
That's not the
900
only
boxes.
That's not the only avenue of things being provided for swap meters.
There's
Okay.
more avenues.
Number two, things get returned.
Okay.
Now think about how many things people buy in our precious little area in our little country and all of that.
It's a lot of things.
Think about how many things get returned. What happens is they palletize all of those things, and then these people go and bid on those pallets like storage wars.
Okay.
It's the same exact thing, and then they get the pallets, and then sometimes they hit the jackpot, and sometimes there's a package of Tide Pods on there, and sometimes it's a pallet of Vans shoes that they would have had to pay $30 per box for, but they ended up paying $12 per box for, so they can go and sell them for $25 and make a bunch of money.
Now, I totally get it. And what you're saying sounds like a bunch of law-abiding white citizens.
You're doing all of that.
This topic sucks
Now
balls
you're-
anyway, man.
I'm just
Fuck
saying, like, that just seems like a lot of
This
work.
shit's gay.
It just seems like a lot of
Nobody
work.
steal. The people at the swap meet don't steal things.
I'm not saying they steal them. I'm saying the swap meet thing could be like a whole like mafia organization thing, and they have like these little foot runners that like have stands and shit. And then
I think you're wrong.
I'll tell you what's mafia about it though. Cash
What's
only.
Mafia.
I don't know, man.
All right, real
Cash
quick.
only. Fuck some
Swap meet
taxes though.
mafia.
But fuck some taxes though.
But fuck some taxes though.
I wish I could. God damn, I take them
Hey
taxes.
Jay, you were telling me that you don't know what Me Too is.
Oh yeah, what's that?
Do you really not know? You really genuinely don't. I've never heard of it.
I've never, not once.
You know what? When it was brought up, we talked about it with Steph, and he wasn't here. So please, ladies, can you inform the privileged white male here?
Hella interested.
I'm not gonna call you a privileged
I'm
white
just
male,
kidding.
even though you might be.
He's not.
He's not.
I picked him up.
No, Me Too.
That is a privilege.
Cody's laughing.
That is a
Oh, you're right. That
privilege.
is a privilege. Fuck.
It's
Indeed.
kind of nice. I'm not gonna say it's
He
not.
got- you know what? He
I'm
got
not gonna
dropped
be
off.
that one that says, "Oh, it's
Son
what
of a
drag.
Make me a
You
damn
condone
drink.
the
What
fuck
a
out of
drag
him.
it is."
Make me a damn drink.
It's not. I would say it's not. I would love to be a white guy. Anyway,
Oh, what?
Not a white. Yeah.
A white man in America.
yeah, for
Right
sure.
now? Or
Okay, hold on. Let's get some
In
insight.
general, man.
As
Like,
men-
All over the world.
I mean,
actually.
before.
Hold on. As men,
That's
let's
not-
shut
Do you
that's
up.
want to ask since I'm
Hold
white?
on,
Do you want
hold
to ask
on.
me any questions?
As men, let's
Yeah,
shut
shit.
up.
Oh my
And let's
gosh.
have them talk. Let's shut
Wait.
up as men.
Can I dump this real fast?
Yeah,
You
dump
gonna
this
take a
and
dump?
Yeah, I'm gonna dump.
dump this camera footage, and we'll be right back. All right. So it's probably like a second between that gap, but in real time it took like 40 minutes. But anyways, we're talking about Me Too and how Jay is not aware of what Me Too is. So we're, as males, we're gonna shut up and let the ladies take this away and enlighten Jay.
Do you want to go first?
She's taking a drink. She's like,
okay, well, I think what sparked Me Too is the whole Weinstein scandal. A lot of women were coming out about, rape allegations and molestations and assaults that they've encountered. And I think that kind of sparked in society with like girls nowadays that they started coming out on social media outlets voicing their experiences with that. I believe Gaslight Killer, there was a huge thing with that. He like raped some girl allegedly. There was a huge thing. Who else? A couple other notable
Gaslamp Killer, like
Gaslamp
San Diego.
Killer, yeah. A couple notable artists as well got outed because of assault, and I think that's where that movement came from, like Me Too, because everybody was coming
Basically,
out.
all the ladies are saying Me Too. Like, it's happened to Me Too.
Oh, so this isn't funny. This is serious as fuck.
Yeah.
You thought it was funny first?
Hold on.
I was ready.
Yeah, it's not.
Hold
It's
on.
not. There's zero
Can you
humor
give me
involved.
a quick?
I was ready to be like, me too. and
Hey,
I don't get
it
to
can
play
happen
this
to
game.
men
I don't
too.
get to
Can.
I don't get to play this
But
game.
it does happen to men too. I
Not
think
me.
what's more,
Hashtag not me.
I think what
Who was it? I had a friend.
I can't take you guys seriously.
I had a friend one time
Sorry.
who a girl had sex with him while he was passed out, and he was very disturbed by it for a long time.
I got raped.
Maybe.
shit.
Yeah,
Maybe
that happened
I
to you.
told you,
Yeah,
right?
that happened to
I
you
told you,
too.
right?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
happened to you too. Ever.
Because the rule is, I mean, the line is, if she's attractive, don't be a bitch about it.
No, see, my situation wasn't like that.
No, see, but that's
I've told you about my situation.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Are you really gonna come at this super hot chick? Like, I just feel like you really crossed the line with me the other night. I mean, you know what you did, right? I wasn't ready for that to happen, and you just took advantage of it.
But see, that's part of it. You do have the right to say, no, I didn't want that, and I didn't want you. But the thing about society is that men are taught that if they're not sexual, they're not masculine. And that's not true. Like, it takes a lot to learn that having sex or whether or not you have sex, that doesn't determine how manly you are.
Well, I think it's also a big thing with men that you're taught, like, you have to hide so much emotion. You're not supposed to cry. You're not,
Right.
That's also a big part of it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so there's big thing when it comes to all that too with men and masculinity and all that bull crap.
But I do think it's important for men to maybe not so much listen, but learn. Well, I guess you have to listen to learn, right? But
Right.
learn from what women are saying about the fact that
Or fail to learn.
maybe we don't always say no outright, but we are still not saying yes. And I think that that's important. It's kind of like what she was talking about earlier, how she has a male friend who, doesn't get the hint, and she has to remind him every single time. Or like me, myself, I'm not quite 30 years old yet. And in my life, I've had 5 instances of sexual assault. Like, there was an instance where I let this guy sleep on my couch, and he thought that I was coming on to
That
him.
was an invitation to.
Yeah. And he was on my couch, and then I woke up and he was naked in my bed. And I literally almost killed him because I lived in like a loft space, or my bed was in a loft space, and I tried to throw him over like off the balcony. But not a lot of women are like me. A lot of women won't fight back. And for me, that's been a dangerous situation because I've been in situations where I have physically fought men and they've tried to fight me back. But it's like, that's not cool either. I mean, it's just about learning to do better moving forward.
And I know we've talked about a lot of stuff like this before, like obviously before all this, but now this instance, was this the guy that you had told me that was like kind of, you can ruin his career?
No, that's a different instance. There's a guy who is a friend of mine. So I used to work in music and entertainment. And there's a guy, he's actually a Grammy Award winning producer. And we were seeing each other for a while. But I was celibate during the time that we were dating. And he knew that. And this was not like, hey, I'm celibate and, I'm not playing hard to get. I was seriously celibate. I had been celibate for a long time. I had slept in his bed, been celibate multiple times, not once, not 5 times, like 10 times. I moved away and he needed a place to stay when he came to visit to the city. So I let him stay with me, and he overextended his stay by 3 weeks. So he was in my bed for 3 weeks. And I don't know if you've ever been in New York, but sharing your bed with someone is kind of something you have to do because there's not a lot of space. And I was raised with like a ton of kids always like in my house and needing to share my bed. So I did. I shared my bed with him, and this is like a month of nothing. And one night we go out, like we had been going out since he was there, and I got too drunk, and he took advantage of that. And it's so easy for someone to say, well, you shouldn't have got that drunk. But if you're my friend, you shouldn't have taken advantage of the fact that I was drunk.
Yeah.
And that's just something that men tend to do. Well, she seemed like she wanted it. Well, I'm fucked up. Who knows? I don't even know what I wanted, you know? So.
Damn.
Super common. Yeah.
It's very common.
Super common.
It's very
Did
common.
anything like that happen to you, Steph?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Countless times. Same thing with the same friend actually. No, not the same friend. Different friend. Same thing. I let him sleep on my couch at my place. Woke up 4 or 5 in the morning.
Your new place?
At my not my new place. This is a few years ago. But woke up in the morning and he was like, I was wearing shorts and like a t-shirt, and he literally just this close, like to reaching into my pants, my crotch area.
Shit.
And I woke up and I grabbed like the nearest weapon I could find. I think it was like I used to keep like a slugger, like a Louisville, next to my bed. Because
you're badass.
You never know what can happen. And I lived I lived alone at the time, so I always kept a bat by my bed. And I grabbed it and I just beat the shit out of him and I kicked him out 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh man.
And that was the last I ever saw of that friend.
Like, it's so crazy, like how like the culture is like divided, or like we're taught different things. Because like you guys can share similar stories, but like if Brian or me was like, yeah, this girl, she was drunk and she spent the night on my couch, and I woke up and she was like, just sucking my dick, we'd be like, oh yeah, like cool, you know, like we'd be like, yeah, she just grabbed my wiener, and I woke up cool. But like, I don't have,
never fucking happens.
It doesn't. Wait, okay, hold on.
but I mean, it doesn't happen. But like, I mean, I have my story, which is different. I was stuck in a situation.
I feel like it happens to you because I remember that episode where you guys said you're the lady killer.
No. It's all for
No.
it's all for comedic purposes. But this one time, I was at a party, high school. Big girl. I think I already said the story. Big girl,
like if she wasn't 280, she
three
wasn't your
of
lady.
me.
It was like 5'2", 240.
She was like 250 something. I was like
Wow.
100 pounds.
Lucky.
Oh, you're a bad scout.
Yeah, you were mad skinny in high school.
Yeah.
You're
We
skinny.
both were.
I just remember going to my buddy's bed because I was like super drunk, and she's been trying to get at me all day. She just goes into the bed, starts touching me. I just remember everything spinning. I'm like, "What are you doing?" Yeah.
And she spun on you.
Not guilty.
I don't let her do anything, but I was just like, "What's going on?"
No.
Don't eat me.
Don't.
Don't eat me.
Stop.
Please don't. Please don't. No, I've told you guys about
No,
my
but
situation.
seriously,
like,
it is scary though when you don't
Yeah.
when you legitimately don't want anyone to touch you in a sexual manner.
But see, like, what's weird about us as guys and something you girls don't experience, like, you guys like aren't aroused by it when it happens. But like with
No.
guys, it's weird. Like
terrifying.
something happens to us, like you still get hard to where like they can still like manipulate it, which is really strange. And it's like, it's even scarier because like they don't stop, they continue, because it's like you know, like when guys think like no means yes, yes means no. Like for a girl, like at least in my situation, like, oh well, he's saying no, but he's hard, so you know, maybe he means yes. But like in my situation, I was trapped in a house where the parents were asleep and I wasn't supposed to be there. So like if I would have made noise, all the girl has to say is, oh well, he came in, look at him, it's his. So like I had to just like comply and lay there.
Bravo's story is pretty gnarly too.
Oh yeah, that story is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's I get shaky, so I really don't want to tell it, but I mean I want to talk about it after.
Yeah, no, you don't have to say it.
So
You
it's
don't
a
have
weird.
to-
What's
it's a
up,
weird
Jay?
story.
What you, Jay? You
Yeah,
sound like
Jay-
you're like.
Jay's-
you sound like,
he
it
seems
feels
like you
you're
got
missing
some
out on
thoughts,
something.
right?
Yeah.
Does he seem like
Something's
he's got some
brewing
thoughts?
you, dude. Something's brewing. What's up?
I feel like this made him sad. I feel like this made Jay sad.
Is it a
Nothing
downer?
actually sad.
No.
Jay's
I'm
life is
I'm
sad,
thinking
nothing makes him
like,
sad.
what do I gotta do to get fucking raped around here?
Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh man.
Because
No, yeah, no.
on a fucking dry spell.
They could probably leave you
These
like
are
on
problems
Holt,
I don't have.
Ontario.
Just
Yeah, we could.
Just leave him on Holt in
I
Ontario.
know, I'm
He'll be good.
acting like I'm
I
missing.
mean,
I'm acting
somebody
like
will
I'm
take
missing the
him.
point.
yeah, he's not gonna have sex with the person that he probably wants to. Like that
But he will
that
have
he's
sex.
envisioning, but like they'll drink his.
Sometimes it's a fucking courtesy fuck.
For you or for them?
Yeah,
for who?
I was just
Right,
saying.
no, it could be either way.
There's no complaining.
Jay doesn't own a level or anything like that. He doesn't.
I'm on my level.
He's his own level. It's okay though to not to make light of it, but to have a sense of humor because I feel like the topic's so
That's
serious.
really all I'm doing.
Yeah, no.
I think just to have an awareness of it.
Yeah.
Sure.
And the topic is really serious and a lot of people are really sensitive about it, and I think people might even be taken aback by the fact that like I'm sitting here laughing at it, laughing at the things he's saying, and some of it's like shock laughter and some of it's like fuck, this is so inappropriately funny.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, it's like the way
I
people
don't
cope.
Man,
Yeah,
the joke,
not
the
everyone
joke
copes.
police. I love you.
It's too. That's a little
around.
too general. Like Ario, what you said is true, but it's a little too general. But that's true because by even adding a slight degree of humor to the situation, because what you said about it being serious is true, is going to open up the discussion for more people to be willing to say something, because when things are very serious or they might be interpreted in a very serious manner, many people, maybe not a lot, but many people will hesitate to say anything, and they might have something of value to add to the discussion, but they won't say anything because they don't want to step on any toes by saying, and they don't know, like, basically there's nowhere to say, there's no space to say what they want to say.
Right.
Without fear of offending someone or coming across in an incorrect manner.
I think that happens all the time in our society now. Like you can't say anything. Like today, people were saying that Kanye West is that they won't support the new Kanye West and Cudi album, which I'm so excited for, by the way.
What do you do?
Wait, hold on. He still has good music?
Kanye and
They're
Cudi are coming out with an
something,
album in June.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wait, why
He's coming out with a solo one first.
Oh,
Kanye
because
or
he talked to,
Cudi?
do you know
Kanye.
who Ebro is?
Yeah.
So he talked to Ebro and he told Ebro verbatim, I love Donald Trump.
Okay.
So of course people are like, how could
okay.
you be a Donald Trump supporter? And I mean, fuck Donald Trump. But if you don't, I mean, I know people who voted for Donald Trump, and
Me too.
that kind of changes my opinion
What do you
of
know?
them, but it doesn't mean
But
that.
you know what? Like, hold on. Before we get like too deep into that, like, they voted for Donald Trump at that time, so like I don't hold
he
those
sucked
people
at
to
that
the
time
same.
too, though.
He did, but I don't hold him to the same standard, because like if let's say he was running right now, I would judge them. But it's like you can't like judge him in the sense of like, dude, this motherfucker. Trust me, I don't support Donald Trump at all.
Right.
But people have their own political views.
Let me tell you what's wrong with your argument. The reason
It's not an argument. It's not an argument. What I'm saying is I'm giving people the benefit of the doubt that voted for him. Sure, they didn't want Hillary, right? But
No.
they thought that Donald Trump would be better. They're entitled to their political opinions. That's fine.
Okay.
But like today, if Donald Trump was running today, and like after everything he's gone through, all the lawsuits, the crazy shit, and like, bro, you support this dude? You're
Except
all
for
that stuff
those
came
things
out-
that you're considering has only happened since he was the president. So
Yeah.
you're taking into account Donald Trump, the president, and all of those actions that you're saying that you would now judge people for voting for him in this particular
because
instance.
he came out today saying
Well, he was a
wanted
piece
to
of
run.
shit from before.
Yeah, no, I agree. He was a piece of shit, but you didn't know the how deep of a piece of
Yeah,
shit.
And
you
you only
did.
know now
You didn't know
because
him
he's
like
the
that.
president.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
So
but you
what I'm
did
saying,
I don't even know him.
You did
But hold-
before he was the president.
Yeah,
You
he was a
knew
piece
that
of
he
shit, but
was
he
a
wasn't as
rapist
deep as a
and
piece of shit right now. Like, you
sexual
don't-
assailant
for
and
sure,
a
for sure.
racist and
Like,
all those
I'm
things.
not being an advocate for him at all whatsoever, but he's going for re-election for 2020, and he's having a hard.
shit.
Yes. Now, if the people
I'm
today
not
are going
surprised.
for
What I'm saying
2020,
is you don't ride that fucking horse to the race and not go for another win. Like, holy shit, dude.
But
You got to
I'm
go
saying,
for the
like-
whole thing.
like you said right now, like, you know, you kind of like, you're like, like, you know, you look at him differently now, but like they got conned right into voting for this dude. They thought, oh, he's a businessman, he's gonna be this, he's gonna be that. He tricked them. Okay,
Low key, I was tricked.
Tricked us.
I was tricked.
No, but I didn't. I'm not saying I voted for him. I was
Expecting
thinking,
someone
Yeah,
else.
because he is a businessman. He might be able to do
Yeah,
some business stuff.
something in this country. But like now,
He's not a career
Some business
He's not a
thing.
career politician.
but
the
like
rest of them
now,
are.
let's say he runs for 2020, right? And we know people that vote for him. Like, dog, where were you when he was doing all this shit for the last 4 years? You're gonna do it again?
Here's the thing. People are going to vote for him, but who are these people?
Not me.
Not our friends.
Because I'm a felon.
Jay
You mean
can't
you
vote
can't,
for shit.
Jay?
Jay can only vote on Facebook.
Can't vote, won't vote.
Facebook vote.
You can move to New York and vote.
Hey, but you can't have guns.
Holy
But you don't
photo
got guns because you're a felon.
Facebook.
It's all good.
Snapchat.
Jez moving to New York.
I don't want to be
Instagram.
responsible for voting.
If it happens, you gotta document it. His trip to New York just to vote.
Yeah.
Just to
well,
vote.
I think you have to live there, right? You can't
You
just
have
go
to
to vote. You have to
cowboy.
live
Yeah,
there.
you have to live there. Yeah.
P.O. box.
Oh fuck,
PO.
dude, that was.
I got a
I'm
PO.
sorry, Jen. I didn't mean to take away from that. I just like
No, it's
I kind of like for the people out there that like are watching, like, oh, I voted for him. Like, I just want to be at least an advocate for
If
somebody
somebody
that didn't
that
know,
voted
you know?
for Trump watches our
Okay,
podcast,
hold on.
Yeah. Don't buy my
holy
shit. Don't
shit.
follow me on Instagram.
Don't talk to us.
Look,
You like Lord of the
Actually,
Rings?
do talk to us.
What?
Can I be honest and say that I've never read
Well,
a Lord of the
today's
Rings
your
or
lucky day
seen?
because
Amazon
just
made the
spent
purchase,
2
right?
point.
3 billion.
Yo,
2
3
billion.
billion. 2 billion
or 3
to
billion?
make into a
A
series.
series, yeah.
Oh
They're
shit.
they're trying to do the Game of Thrones treatment,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
but nobody knows what it's
no.
on yet because Gandalf might not be a part of it.
No, I would be so upset.
I would too.
Give me another reason not to watch
It's
it.
supposed to be about Middle Earth as the rings were being made, so Gandalf
Bitches.
isn't involved.
I never got into it either. I just know the jokes
good.
from it.
Wait, what are there jokes?
I don't know
There's jokes.
anything about it. Like, I literally don't know who
Well-
anybody is.
When you
It's a
have-
whole lot of walking.
And
And
hobbits.
right at the
right?
end, someone chucks this fucking ring right into the lava ocean,
It's exactly what happens.
and then it's over.
Verbatim.
A lot
It's
of
just
water.
over.
They made 3 movies out of that.
Maybe
A
like-
lot of walking.
They
They
made
made
11.
6.
They made
Some
11.
magic
But-
fights,
So it's
some
like
sword
pirates?
fights, and
Yeah.
walking.
But there's the Hobbit, which is before,
Man, no
and then
way.
and then there's
They just walked all over Scotland.
it was actually Australia.
That's what he said.
It was New Zealand, wasn't it?
They got a New
I
Zealand?
think it might have been. What happened to the old one?
It's still
Yeah,
there,
right.
but it's not as.
I don't think I've
It's
ever.
not like
I don't think
nothing
I've ever
like the
visited.
new one.
No, it
I've never
would've been the
visited
first
the
one.
old
The new
one.
one's nice.
No way. I've not even been there.
It's
Not
called
once.
Nice Zealand.
Not once. Not never.
It's called New Zealand.
The nice in New Zealand.
No, they named the old Zealand Nice Zealand to try and spice it up.
The
a little
old fucking Zealand no one
You know what?
cares
The only
about.
thing I have associated with New Zealand was a Scooby Doo movie. You know when there was like zombies and shit.
Oh, on the
Yes.
island.
The island.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
awesome.
That one
You
was
never
cool.
That was like.
Was that the one
best
with Freddie
Scooby-Doo.
Prinze
No, the
Jr.?
vampire
No,
one
that was like the
The
actual
chicks?
live action
Yeah.
one. This was
Yeah.
like the animated
Oh,
series.
okay, never mind then.
So I
But
got my pillow.
I think Subaru is from New Zealand.
really?
Sure
Subaru?
is.
Fucking pervert.
Sure is.
No shit. You know what? I wouldn't doubt it. You know I'm getting Mitsubishi's from Japan, and those are the two competitors.
Which is also like New
I
Zealand.
think
Wait,
they're
what does
awesome
that have
guys.
to do with New
Well,
Zealand?
because New
Right.
Zealand has their own like
Subaru.
vehicle, which is Subaru, because they're like the
Subaru?
whole Outback. They have a car, the Subaru Outback.
Subaru or
Oh.
Outback?
They have more
I
than one
wanna
car.
see
Wouldn't that mean it's from Australia?
And I think it's like the other half of the island.
Well, New Zealand has an Outback too. It's just Outback.
steakhouse.
It's down under.
Down
down under and
down
Outback.
and out, down and Outback.
Yeah.
You gotta go under.
Yeah, is New Zealand's the other side, right? Or it's an island next
It's
to
an
it?
island.
New Zealand is
It's
its
just sort
own
of-
country.
Next to it.
It's like
It's not in
Australia.
Argentina. We know
Hey, when it
that.
comes to countries,
But it's by it, and it's
if
also
it's not in the United
it's also
States,
well. this
it's
is the
all on
funny-
the other
let me
side
tell-
of the
hold on.
world.
No. Let me tell you. The funny thing about New Zealand is actually it's right next to Argentina. In between, it's New Zealand. New Zealand is a country between Germany and Argentina. That's that's what you forgot to mention last time.
yeah, whatever. It's not my kind.
Yeah,
not
no,
my
it's
problem.
in the motherfucking ocean out there.
So in conclusion, you haven't seen Lord of the Rings.
I don't know anything.
So the
no
Hobbits,
Lord
the
of the
Lord of the
Rings,
Rings,
no
none
Harry
of them.
Potter,
She's
no.
Here,
She's
Bless-
never
bless
been
you.
to the Shire.
Bless
Have you,
your-
have you
bless
gotten
your-
on? You know what? I'm gonna give you that, dude. You have not watched anything, and you know the Shire.
Come on.
Fuck,
Accident.
dude.
Total fucking accident.
Anyways, Game of Thrones. Nobody.
Yes.
No one
No.
cares.
No.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
I've
talk about
never
that,
gotten
and
into
we're
Game
not
of
gonna
Thrones
talk
either.
about Lord of the
I've never
Rings
gotten
no
into
more.
Breaking Bad, Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Breaking
No.
Bad was my shit.
We don't watch
I
TV
need-
shows.
actually, I need
We
to-
don't
I need
watch
to get up on
movies.
that.
Let's talk about real life
No.
shit.
It's on Netflix still.
Yeah, I know. I have a chance. I got
You
it.
got that full pint of ice cream at your house.
I
You need to
know.
watch.
It's gonna happen one day.
Okay,
It's gonna
we're-
happen.
It better.
You won't
I'm
you
gonna
won't
go
see
take a
me for
quick
like
break.
2
Gotta
episodes, but
Take a quick break.
Take a quick piss.
Awkwardly waiting to say this, but you look a lot like this girl I dated at this one place I worked at
She probably
crazy.
is that girl.
It
that
probably
worked
was me.
in the second life.
Oh, it was the first
out.
one.
The second life. Way to tie it back, dude.
But yeah,
Damn.
it's weird. It's
Dun,
super
dun,
weird.
dun.
I can't look at you for like more than 3 seconds.
the doppelganger.
Do I remind you of your
Because-
long lost love?
No, more like a long list, like good
Long-
time at work.
Damn.
She's like,
That sounds
okay.
weird.
But yeah.
I'll
Man.
take it.
Anyways, what were we talking about?
Wait, was this the girl that you said you like messed around with at work.
Yeah.
And,
the Zoomies girl, right?
You were in the walk-in.
Oh, you need to stop watching our episodes.
Hardcore fan. Thank
I
you.
gotta
Appreciate
support.
It. Appreciate it.
But anyways, away from this awkwardness now.
The what?
Nothing.
He's embarrassed.
A little bit. It's okay.
I'm a little
You're
bit.
cute. He's a little crush on you. It's okay.
No.
He's like, no, stop.
You remind me of a girl that I once knew.
Oh, that was amazing.
Oh man, I hope that was recording.
It
All right.
is.
Man. Oh man, what a wonderful addition to this episode. Thank you
New
again.
edition.
New edition, season 2. Thank you again. For
I don't know
coming
any
out.
new additions.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate
It's been
you.
fun.
It's been a weird ride. I know it has.
That's not new.
We were just
Weird.
riding it.
We're a
Riding
group of
dirty.
people. What?
Fucking hot in here.
Hey, man.
I said we're gonna get a fan next week, all right? Get off my ass.
You should
Ne-
at least leave a crack open.
Next week.
Warm.
Hey.
If I do, okay, this is why I can't really leave a crack open.
You know how when the episodes come out and like you cut the scenes real fast? Can you cut to the scene where we got a motherfucking fan in this?
Cut to the shit.
It's hot. Next week. Next week. Hey, Cody, did you say you want some Coppola and I just totally ignored you?
Coppola.
No, I said I wanted
I
some.
want a glass of Coppola.
Salami.
That's what we're drinking today.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said that a while ago. You said that a long time ago.
He's like, but I'm
I thought
still
he did,
ignoring you. It's
I don't
fine.
even remember. I don't even remember what he wanted.
Look at
Oh,
look at this.
I wanted some fucking crackers.
Salami.
Cody, can you
crackers,
please inform us on
cheese.
why it is you don't eat cheese and why you believe it's bad for you?
It's dairy.
Coagulated
Processed.
pus.
Let's be realistic.
Like everything else.
This is the science, okay? Number one,
Go
cheese
ahead.
is dairy. Most cheese is dairy. This cheese, dairy, base cheese, right?
And it's not plastic because it tastes like plastic.
You bought it, okay? Not me.
Still good.
Go for it. I'm not saying it's not good. It's fucking good.
Yeah.
I'm just
especially pepper
excited.
jack
I'm gonna be
cheese. It's
working
hard
on
not to
J
eat it.
now.
This is why it's bad, because human beings are not made to our body's not made to digest dairy. The people that can digest
the
dairy,
shits.
which is 1 out of 3, it's a little bit less than 1 out of 3. They're of Northern European descent, and their mutation, there's a gene mutation in them that allows their body to digest the dairy. Everybody else
me.
is lactose intolerant.
Can I agree with you really quick?
I am Northern European.
I am I did
Same.
I did the 23andMe.
What?
I am. You saw the thing. I
Yeah.
sent the screenshot. I'm
We hail from
46% Northern
Scotland.
European or European, whatever.
From
And I am-
Spain, right?
From Spain, yeah. And I am actually lactose intolerant, so I'm gonna give you that.
But you're
But
not
sh-
Norwegian, so.
But I love cheese, and I
I
will
am.
die. You're Norwegian? Thought you were Irish. And
I'm
That's what my
Swedish.
grandma says.
I'm
I never heard my
Swedish.
grandma lie before.
Northern
so.
European Swedish.
We'll take her word
My
for it.
grandma's
Grandma.
definitely lied.
Not to me.
About what?
Not to me.
What about?
I'm pretty white. I don't know if you
Everything.
can.
Lots of things. Actually, one time
You
I
put
was
that
sick
away?
as a child, and my grandma was like, "Here, take this whole thing," and it was like a whole bottle of Robitussin.
Damn.
But it was a joke. It was a joke.
That's
but
party with grandma.
Let me tell you about white grandmas. They know how to party.
Grandma on that.
She's not my white grandma. She's my.
No, definitely
Well,
not.
she is the side I get my.
That was the joke.
Actually, she's the side I get my Scottish bloodline from. So she's kind of white, but she doesn't look
She
white.
still likes to party, but not with the. She's not for the over the counters. This other grandma you have is like, I got triple C's.
Yeah, no, she kind of is. She's a Rolling Stone.
Damn.
She's like,
You know, that was supposed to be really informative with Cody, and that just took a hard left.
We got all
when
of it in.
don't let it be too informative. That shit gets drier than
No,
wolf
but I really
pussy.
wanted to know because
Jay, that's because you can't pay attention for longer than 30 seconds, motherfucker. It's not our fault.
That's what you gotta
Dude,
keep-
you guys want to take a left turn and let it be at this tone. Let it be so serious. And I'm like, fuck that.
where to party
You
at.
had ADHD as a child, didn't
He
you?
has high
As a
density-
child, as a child,
I
as a
got it
child.
now.
He
It's
has
a now
It
thing.
works.
Jay,
Worsened
Jay's the
over
type of
time.
person to turn on the NASCAR race to watch the crashes and shit.
First of all, I don't turn on the NASCAR.
It's already on.
It's already
It's already.
It's on a timer. You son of a bitch. It's on a timer.
You caught like half of that back
I
in.
did. Thank you
Nah,
for. I'm gonna
fuck
put
that.
that
You
back in
didn't catch
slow mo.
half enough.
No, Cody knuckled me, and I was like,
Sorry, coach.
You sloshed my shit, dude.
"I'll slap you."
And it's wine.
just realize that?
He hit me
can't
hard.
remove wine.
Cody knucked me
What's
hard, and
2018?
it went up, and I was
He
like,
hit
I
me
got-
hard,
I got,
pause.
I got this. Damn, fuck, dude. There's so much shit I was gonna get you on, and we just
Damn, bro.
Left
You
it.
got, I
Soak
got
that in some salt and water.
Sorry.
yeah, salt and water with
It's all
some
good,
grapes.
bro. I got these at
Put
the
some
thrift
cola.
store.
With that white privilege.
It was in a white neighborhood.
They're
Fontana.
probably like active.
Your Belinda.
Ooh, God
Very
damn.
nice.
They're probably
Old
active,
money.
right? They're probably active.
They're-
A white boy wore them once and was
Dude,
like, "Mom, I
Hurley.
don't want these."
They're fucking shecklers.
Your Belinda's all the
Oh,
people that.
Scheckmeister?
Are they really Shecklers?
No, dude, I would never.
Ryan Sheckler's a skater.
Your Belinda's all the people that go surfing twice a week. They swear they live by the beach, but they actually live 40 minutes away.
Yeah, dude.
It's an old white neighborhood.
Damn. That's like Pasadena almost. Your Belinda and
Nah,
Pasadena. They're
no,
the same kind of people.
Yeah, same kind of people.
Except they're not Armenian.
Or Asian. Well, there's a lot of Asian in both.
Yeah.
That's okay. They can stay.
There's Asians everywhere, man. I got Asian neighbors.
When I go to the swap meet,
You don't
there's
get to
Asian
pick
people
your
there.
neighbors.
No one's mad about the Asian people.
Sorry,
I mean-
Asians. I just a couple punchlines there. But
Fuck, where do we start, dude?
started right here in the
How
garage.
cheese is just
Now
really
we're here.
bad.
Oh wait,
for you.
Aryo was
Yeah,
telling me
she's-
that you did something for someone. That was pretty cool.
Oh, you did
like
like
a
a
something?
What did I do? Something.
Somebody's
That could mean a lot of things.
Somebody
Yeah. It could.
somebody's fashion, not their fashion designer. Yeah, I think they're fashion designer or like somebody's like outfit coordinator for
Rihanna.
Rihanna.
Yeah,
Yes.
I got to make a jacket for Rihanna, but she hasn't worn it,
Pick up those
so
names we just dropped.
Jaja, put that on her, please.
Yeah.
Jaja, yeah.
No, but yeah, she
I know
does.
you
She
want
does
that
like a lot of cool. I saw
that.
that thing you did. I want to always. I always try to remember.
So you famous?
No, if I was famous,
She's humble.
She wouldn't be here. That's
No.
I'm gonna finish that sentence for
She
her.
doesn't
No.
name. Okay, I follow her Instagram. She doesn't name drop. When we talk personally, she'll name drop because I care deeply.
Oh,
So she'll name drop with
He's
me. but
invested.
she-
so like me,
she's
I don't
humble.
name drop.
You don't name drop, and I know
Yeah.
you could name drop hard, but she's
Yeah.
humble about it, and it's really cool.
We know we
Hey.
know the same people then.
I appreciate it.
we
Me and you.
friends.
Yeah, I think we know a lot
Yeah.
of the same people.
Well, you know what? We're gonna let the people follow her, and I'm not even gonna continue to name drop all the people that she's told me before, but she's legit. She's legit. She's so. You go to the Pasadena, like, is that the swap meet?
Oh, the Rose Bowl.
Rose
I
Bowl.
shopped there, but
When you do your boutique setups, like
at Melrose Trading Post.
Melrose.
On Melrose and Fairfax in the little hype beast district.
Oh, I like trading posts.
Sick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
My
She
brother.
does legit. You paint there too sometimes, right?
I do sometimes. But it's been difficult because of the wind. But I try. I try to get my Picasso on in public.
What's that shitty painting?
Oh my gosh! Really quick.
Yes.
Speaking of Picasso, did you see the genius thing that National Geographic is doing?
Wait, that movie?
No.
Yes, it was
Yeah.
not like a movie.
Oh,
It's like a
wait.
thing with
It's in
Antonio
New York.
Banderas.
Yes.
He's doing Picasso.
It's in New York.
No. It's like a
No,
thing.
it's a
It's like a documentary
it's like a-
kind of thing.
It's an indie artsy type of
Movie.
movie that he's
I'm gonna
portraying.
show you
called
guys.
Genius. It's a
There's
Genius
a exhibit in New York about it. I saw somebody went to,
Picasso?
or there might have been like a press
But like this
day.
goes deep. This goes into like how Hitler was like protecting him. Like he got like attacked by like because they were going through a fascist regime. There was a fascist regime in because Picasso's from Spain, and they were going through like a
Really?
yeah, he's from Spain, and
Causes
he was
Well,
going
I didn't
through-
know there was a fascist thing.
there was a
happening
fascist
in Spain.
regime, yeah, and there was like a
In
fascist
Italy and Germany, I knew that.
Yeah, well, it was in Spain during that time with him, and I guess like Hitler loved his work, and like whatever armies that were like supporting that or whatever during that time didn't allow or were giving Picasso some shit, and he goes, if I tell your leader that you're giving me his favorite artist some bullshit, it's like a scene. It has like Antonio Banderas going at it with like this, I don't know, like Nazi leader, whoever it was. He was like, and it was like a true thing because like this is National Geographic's, like they're not gonna just like wing some shit. They're gonna get some history on it.
Oh no, Fetty Bravo is here.
Yeah.
Is Antonio playing Picasso?
Yes, he
Oh,
is,
nice.
and
That's
he
cool.
looks weird. He has his hair
into
pasted
it,
to
my
his
bad.
side.
Yeah.
Oh man, it's their. They did another artist or something else, but it's called Genius. Kind of like what was the bomber, Cody? What show was that on?
The Unabomber thing.
Unabomber. It was
That was on Netflix.
No, but it was Netflix, but it was like a not National Geographic's, but like it was
Was it? No, it was
it
a
was
PBS.
a cable TV or something that paid for that show to be made.
The Manhunt Unabomber thing.
Yeah.
No, dude. I don't know that. I don't if that's true. If a cable channel
I'll
paid
look
for
it
that
up.
to be made
It
on
It's
was-
not
Netflix.
working, Jay.
It was
It's not. No
I'm getting
O's.
lightheaded from holding it.
Oh shit. Sorry, but I mean, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. But you were going off on Picasso. I didn't mean to cut you off on there. It was so interesting.
No, I was
She
just
mentioned Picasso, and then you got into that whole.
I got so horny on him. Sorry.
What do you know?
no. All I said is yes. Sometimes I paint, and
Yeah.
then you were.
Oh yeah,
gonna
and
say
then I was
something.
like, what's that shitty painting called when you don't know how to paint, so you just like smear?
Abstract.
That's what I-
Finger
Abstract.
painting. That shit always
Honestly,
sucks.
Low key, I do some dope abstract. One looks like a like demonic stuff, but I did this weird thing and it looks like this guy with horns. Pretty cool.
I think abstract is really, really dope just because you don't have to be, there's no way to be bad at it.
Yeah, because everything looks pretty bad.
You could just be bad at art and be like, I'm abstract.
Discover.
No, true. I met this guy at a
But it's on Netflix.
hotel bar who was an abstract painter, and he was so he looked like Caitlyn Jenner when Caitlyn was going between Bruce and Caitlyn.
So still kind of hot.
Yeah.
What?
Nothing.
So he was somewhere there, right? So he just had this like strange vibe, but he was really, really nice.
Yeah.
And then we started talking, whatever. He started talking about his art. And he was like, yeah, you know, every time I have sex, I just come up with these things. And then I was like, this is getting weird. This is getting weird.
It's not true.
I mean,
He's
I
just
come up with
lying.
stuff
But
before sex.
I could kind of see it. When he showed me his art, I was like, oh, I get it, I think.
It was sexual.
It wasn't. It was abstract.
It's
But
actually really interesting.
the way that he like...
Every time I have sex.
Probably stuff he depicts in his head while he's having sex.
Well, good thing Steph didn't
When
meet
you
that guy at
close
that
your
bar.
So this guy's not focused at all. This guy's just like, I'm gonna paint.
You know what's funny? When you have sex with a person at their place for the first time.
You think about what you're gonna paint?
No, you're just like. Where'd you grow up?
Between the cheese. Between Koreatown and Rancho.
Between that, that's a long in between.
Yeah,
That means
I
she
lived
went back
in
and forth, my
Koreatown.
friend.
I did, or I lived in Koreatown during the week and then Rancho on the weekend.
Feed me. That's pretty cool. I don't know if that's pretty cool. It's a lot
What
of moving.
differences growing up did you see between the two cities?
Well, when I was little, Rancho was like a town. There was no stoplights. There was like orchards and vineyards everywhere. So it was like the country.
Damn.
And of course, LA was like Vatos Locos.
Because you grew up in LA too, didn't you?
Yeah.
What part?
East side.
East Los.
You ladies bring the mics closer to you.
Pomona. And then my mom she figured that Pomona was too damn bad, so she moved us to Ontario.
Oh, dude.
But you know how it goes.
Large improvement.
Damn.
Yeah, but it was nice. I think the struggle for the outcome. I was having a conversation with somebody about this, and I was like, I think I'd be a bitch if I didn't grow up my upbringing that I did. Not a bitch, but I definitely not have the same mindset. You got a fucking crack pipe?
That's my crack pipe.
Yo.
Okay, you know what was really
That's my
funny?
crack pipe. Stop.
Listen.
That was really funny. Stephanie was like,
Listen.
she was
It's
like,
just
I
my
think I
crack
would.
pipe.
Stephanie was like, I think I'd grow up like a bitch if I grew up over there. Is that a crack pipe?
Yeah. Oh,
She grew up where we
on
did.
the east side. Never seen a fucking crack pipe.
No,
Yeah, right.
oh
It's a
man.
crack pipe.
Motherfucker.
Damn it!
Tell you where I
knew
grew
that.
up. Tell you where I grew up.
Covina.
I was born in West Covina.
No, Covina's actually pretty rough.
It was nice.
Covina's
where I
pretty
lived.
That's the last one. Why the fuck
Nice
is it raining so
neighbors.
much
Everyone
power?
was nice
I
as fuck.
When I lived in Koreatown, I lived in like a old people apartment. Like
So it
all
smelled
my
like old people.
No, but all my neighbors were old, so
Older
it was like
Korean, respectable, like chill.
calm.
Quiet.
It was everything. It was an old Korean lady, old Armenian, old black lady, old white lady.
I partially grew up in like a Jewish neighborhood in Sherman Oaks, and that was interesting because we had more days off in school than I was used to. Because prior to living out there, I lived in Rancho Cucamonga back in the day when it was all vineyards and shit. That like you said, I lived over there too, and I thought it was the country myself. That's what I would tell people at my new school.
I'm in the country.
Yeah, I was
In
like, I'm from
Southern
the
California?
country. I was like the little yodel boy.
Oh, you know what? Can you go ahead and give us a sample of that
I
song?
don't know what to do. The kid's at Coachella living life.
Dude,
Living
like,
life.
I think for him, he thinks it's serious.
He
But,
definitely
like, I don't
does.
think he
Based on our
understands. I don't think he understands that we all see him as a joke.
Yeah, he's
dude.
I
William
don't.
Hung.
Not like a
He's
joke,
so
like, oh, look at that kid, he's
cute.
hilarious. But
He's
like,
William Hung.
for us, like, we're like, he's
Oh,
like,
William Hung.
Not
R.I.P.
William Hung.
He's not dead, but what happened to him?
Not a
Dude,
joke.
same thing is gonna happen to
He's
Yoda.
not
Boy.
dead.
But what happened to
wait,
him?
who William Hunt?
William Hung.
She bangs. She bangs.
Oh, baby.
He made a Christmas
she
album called
moved.
"Hung for Christmas."
Like
Jesus.
like dick
Aw.
swinging.
I have a friend
Sounds
with
like
a
it.
tattoo
That's
of
why
him on
he
his
tried to
ass.
sell it. That's how he sells it.
Little
Okay.
face. of
Okay.
William Hung.
How long ago was this William Hung boy?
She bangs. She bangs.
like
He
one of
was.
the
He,
earlier-
Yeah, that was like
minute
a
ago.
decade ago.
Decade ago.
He got
Yeah.
famous from American Idol. He got up there and sang "She Bangs," and Simon was like,
Okay,
You're
how
brilliant.
far was he away from Ruben Studdard? Because that's
Too
all
far.
I remember.
"It was a close call in my book."
I remember Ruben Studdard,
Oh, what
and that
happened
was
to
it.
Ruben?
And then
Yeah.
he didn't even get first place. He got like second place.
yeah.
Well,
Second.
Clay
Yeah,
Aiken.
Clay Aiken won.
took that one.
Yeah, and
That was like
Kelly
the s-
Clarkson won the first
she was
one.
the first one.
What's up with Kelly
And then Carrie
Clarkson?
Underwood
She's
won.
on The
And why is
Voice.
she the only legit ass
Oh,
superstar
yeah.
person that ever
Carrie
won American
Underwood? I
Idol?
thought
Yes.
Kelly
No.
Clarkson and Carrie Underwood were
No,
the...
Kelly Clarkson was super
Carrie
major.
Underwood.
Is
Not like Carrie
Wait,
Underwood.
who was... Yeah,
Well,
beautiful.
Carrie Underwood's in country.
Oh, James Blunt.
Okay,
Kelly-
so he
James
wasn't,
Blunt.
he
Yeah, I
wasn't
guess you're
on...
right.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's
James Blunt.
true.
Yeah. It's true.
No.
No,
What?
it's James
What?
Blunt.
They were the same time, though.
James Blunt did not come from American Idol.
No, I
No.
thought he did. Because I get those confused from...
Yeah, no
I
way.
get 'em
Too much
confused.
talent to go through the TV show.
Yeah, damn, dude. That shit's done and over with. I don't know why they keep going with that.
I don't think they
Dude,
are anymore.
American Idol makes me like draw a tear sometimes. Don't tell anyone, but I'm serious.
Because
Well,
of
you
stories.
told
Well, it's a
everyone,
new
so-
show now, right? Like,
No,
Don't
there's
tell
The
anyone.
Voice.
The Voice.
yeah,
But
yeah.
there's
that-
still American Idol.
Oh.
No, there's not.
Perry's
They're
on
get-
it.
it's
Yes, there
I didn't
is.
know
It's
that.
about
I
to
didn't
be
even
over
realize that
then
was
because
Katy
they already
Perry.
were having like their last season and
They
shit.
better have their last season, dude. Shit. It's just so depressing to watch because it's like, how much more can you keep doing the same shit?
You can't.
I like
Dude,
it.
good singing.
American
is
Idol?
Like,
The Voice is
Ugh.
something different. I think
Always
The
been
Voice.
style.
that shit moves me, man. Deeply.
Me and Jay on the same level.
All right.
People
I'm
get
on
into it,
Jay's
You know
level.
what?
especially when
I
it's
let
like
people
Fantasia.
when like they're
That
like
is-
it's some
wait,
like
not,
16,
wait, not Fantasia.
Fantasia. That's a
Fuck, I forgot her
Disneyland.
name.
especially when it's like some 16-year-old girl.
He's like, but I'm gonna let you drown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let
I
you
didn't
drown.
say that. I don't know. Okay, anyways.
Go
on.
Brian.
God damn it.
Fuck. Oh man, this is such a good one. This is such a good one.
Are we gonna ever cipher? Can we just like turn a beat?
Oh
on?
yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Jay.
Traffic. I'm looking for my
That's what I'm
traffic.
No, we're
asking
not
for,
gonna
right?
cipher.
Who's
We're not?
who's making the
Are we
beat?
scared?
Cody's too high to
None of you
cipher.
gonna try?
No, I'm
You
not
want
gonna
to
That's
do a
whack.
beat out there?
That's whack.
Where are you going?
What is
I don't
Do
know.
this.
You want it?
What's going on?
I'm gonna give you.
Keep-
You want-
Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that's
That's all
one
I
of
need.
Michael Jackson's songs, but whatever.
Whatever. Do Michael Jackson.
Are you gonna read
be,
from your
who's
notes?
gonna be like the Migos? Who's gonna do the ad libs in the back?
I feel like these three.
No.
like-
You
or
gotta do the
I'll
ad libs.
the-
You want it. You want. You gonna do it? You gonna do
Alright,
it?
I'll do ad libs.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to try. I want to see what happens in this.
I'll be the Travis Scott. It's
Everyone's gonna try and rap right now.
I
What
think
do you want me to do the
you're
music
gonna be
for if
the
you're gonna
main
throw some
star.
music on
No one's gonna
anyways?
try. I'm not gonna.
Hey, you said
Oh
it.
my gosh,
Get
you know
out
what?
of your comfort zone.
I could
Try
be
something.
the-
Be a goof.
I could be the voicemail,
To the voicemail.
right? Because every
Who's the
time,
voicemail?
you know,
The voicemail, like voicemail.
Oh,
Like the hype man,
yeah,
right? Like the hype
every
man.
rapper starts their song with a voicemail.
Oh,
Maybach
yeah.
music.
Okay.
Right?
Oh,
Oh.
all right.
Alright.
Go ahead. Dude, you know
But
what
I
we're
had to
supposed to
be
do that we
mad.
didn't do last week was Hoimboa, 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 Hoimboa.
We didn't do it.
No,
Yeah,
but
we
we
did
didn't
a lot
record
last
it. We
week,
didn't record
huh?
it. You were supposed to be the voice.
Wow.
I was supposed to be the tremor. He was supposed to be.
We're
Wow.
gonna do it.
Tremor was obviously tremor.
Oh, a tenor.
Hoimboa, Hoimboa,
Yeah, not the
Hoimboa,
tremor, yeah.
Hoimboa. And then you're supposed to do the.
You want me to go high?
Well, yeah. Who's gonna sing?
I have a deep, sexy voice.
Okay, fine. Then you do the singing. Cody, are you gonna do the?
We're gonna do that right now.
Yeah, let's do it. Fucking run it,
No.
You're not gonna sing?
dude. Come on, we can do the whole thing here, all of us.
You know what? Screw it.
Just do the whole thing, Jay. I don't know why we're wasting
Ready?
our time.
You
with-
tell me. You
Let's
tell
Yeah,
me.
see.
why?
Oh,
Who's
no,
better
yeah,
than that?
I was trying to get you out of your comfort zone, but you guys want to sit and
I'm in the.
talk about
I'm out of my comfort
brass
zone.
fucking tacks.
What?
Let's keep it straight, cut, and dry. Let's talk about something dull and. We were on a roll here, getting you out of your comfort zone.
I'm out of my comfort zone.
Get
dude.
out of your. Circle.
I'm not comfortable right now.
Ario's very comfortable right now.
Nah, well,
You're not
then what?
comfortable, I'm not
Then what's out of the comfort zone?
I don't know.
To
try-
to be comfortable or not
That's
to be
why I wasn't.
comfortable?
I don't know. Get uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable, dude.
Wait,
make-
go
you're
ahead,
making me
freestyle.
nervous.
I don't know how.
The whole bluff.
That's why I was trying
All
to
of
get
this for what?
you. Well, I don't want to be the only
Let's
one.
just do the jungle thing. We all were on it last
You
week,
wanna
and
do
we
the jungle
we
thing.
were all on the jungle thing, and we weren't even recording, and it was fucking beautiful, and we were all faded as
Yeah,
shit.
so that's another. We can't reenact that.
We
That
can
was
do
too
that.
organic. That happened in the moment.
Okay, then you're gonna start it.
Can't recreate that as corny.
Mm.
help it.
That's not it. That's not it.
No,
No, it's not gonna happen.
You got the cricket,
Not a
you got
good
the cricket in the background.
You can do
Not
it.
bad.
The cricket.
That one's backing me up, dude.
Even the
Fuck
That's
cricket's
everybody.
vibing.
The
Huh?
cricket
Even the cricket's
is
vibing right
added
now.
to the
Yeah, the
credibility
cricket's
right
on it,
now.
dude.
They're setting the tempo. It's quite fast, but fuck.
So, Jamie, do you want to plug anything in?
Yeah.
This is the part where I'm supposed to be like, oh, follow me on Instagram.
Sure, yeah.
You don't have to. You can, or you
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 can
can
just
do
like,
whatever
leave
you
it.
want.
Followers.
This is all about. This is
Yeah.
all about you. You're a special
Follow
guest.
me,
We
follow me,
appreciate
follow
you coming
me.
out.
You can close it out.
Or you could just say follow me, and then
We'll just do things.
if you want.
Whatever you want to do. We honestly-
well, just thanks for having me. It's been fun.
Yeah.
You guys are super
Yeah.
cool and hilarious, and
Yeah, right.
I've had a great
Yeah,
time.
right.
For a special guest. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank
you.
you.
Guys.
Thank you for coming on.
And
Appreciate
eating
it.
cheese and crackers and
wine.
and wine and
Wine. Ciroc and Jose
What's that?
Cuervo.
PB&J.
PB&J's.
PB&J,
Ah,
Uncrustables.
shit.
We're not
Awesome.
sponsored by Uncrustables yet, but if you want to sponsor us, we will eat the shit
Our,
out of you.
our unofficial fuel of the show.
Is a lot
Smucker's
of liquor,
Uncrustables.
booze.
Uncrustables for everybody. Catch it.
I'm so mad that we didn't rap though, dude.
I
This
know.
is
I'm
all
like, I'm
you.
gonna take one to go.
No
Yeah.
one wanted to do it, man.
I'm still here, dog.
Okay, then rap then.
You're
Put
out
on that
here.
I feel like this should be like
You're
the
out
ending
here trying to
credits.
get
Ending
faded.
credits.
I'm gonna put it down.
I'm gonna cut you, dog. I'm gonna cut you with a knife that's serrated. Oh.
Credits
Oh.
are still ending.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
I hope we can't
Kill
hear
it.
Ario rapping.
These are
Faded,
really long
dog.
credits.
We're faded. You don't move fast enough,
No.
I'll cut you with a knife that's serrated.
Ah, shit.
Oh my goodness.
Ah, shit.
Faded.
It's
The knife is
rated.
faded.
He's been planning.
Bitch, I'm getting faded. On YouTube, we made it. We still getting faded. But we don't get paid, bitch.
We got papers that ain't
We still
laminated.
feel like we made it.
Oh my goodness gracious.
You're hurting me right now.
Cody, go next. Yeah.
No, I can't.
Cody, go
You're-
next.
You're hurting me.
Cody, go next.
It
Cody,
hurts.
go next.
So listen, I'm not going next.
Cody.
Cody.
I'm not gonna rap.
Cody's going next.
No.
Uncrustable.
He's playing like he's on Apex.
Cody got scared.
He has those texts.
He don't like the mic. He don't want to rap. Nah, he just got too hype. He just needs some drink. He don't know what to think. He don't even sing, but he's a songbird of our generation. Those that have heard him, they love him.
You totally stole that though. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, fuck.
Songbird of our generation.
Thank you guys for watching
Thank you.
WebCasting
Thank you.
Couch. This
All right.
is the most
Peace out.
ridiculous
Okay, bye.
episode.
It was
Have a
still
good night.
recording during that.
Holy shit. It's still recording, Brian. Get your shit together.